ACT Math Tutoring Packet, Part 4. Those who have not used this tutoring packet before, it goes very quickly. You need to use the pause button before you see the problems, or after, or during. But I don't slow down, I just zoom through the problems. To solve this, these are just basic algebra questions, so just don't mess up when you're distributing, which I have a tendency to do. This will get me negative 1.05. No, it won't. It'll get me negative 0.95y, negative 15.2. Divide and I get y equals 16. This is a very classic ACT thing to see if you remember to square away the negative. These are two problems I put in on purpose to see if you know the trick. 3 times 4 is 12. That's the bottom of the fraction. And you don't have to do it this way. It's just handy. Distribute 12 to everything. You get 4k plus 3k equals 12. 7k equals 12. K equals 12 sevenths. Over here, I'd multiply by 6. Again, I multiply everything by 6. So I get 4x minus 3 equals 3x plus 4, x equals 7. It's a little technique. I wrote this down over here, distance equals rate times time. You'll see this a few times. I have one in my extra problems that shows this. But 220 miles at 44 miles per hour means 5 hours. So it's just an equation. This one makes it a little trickier. 900 equals 50 times t. T equals 18 hours. Now she wants to go faster. She wants to get to this location in 15 hours. So how fast does she go if we have 15? Divide it, you'll find that r equals 60. And then you got to read the question. How many miles per hour faster? And that's 10 miles an hour faster. So H. Now I do a little baby review of exponents before I cover them. Make sure everybody remembers how to use them. When you're multiplying, add. When you're dividing, subtract. When you're taking to a power, multiply. So here we get 24 x to the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like it's that one. Y squared. Or x squared to the third. Distribute 4 to the third is 64. And that's x to the sixth. Two-part problem. They like these in the higher level problems. X to the third equals 64, then x equals 4. Then plug it in over here. 16 plus 2. Third root, that's the same as saying 64 x to the 6th, y to the 3rd to 1/3. If you put it here, we get 4. Put it here, we get x squared. Put it here, we get y. This problem causes all sorts of problems, difficulties. And I'm missing one of the answers just because I got to see the problem. We're going to add up anything we want. They all have to be the same. So you can pick any row you want. I always pick this one out here. I always like to pick one that's easy. This one's going to be 6x because the 3x is going to cancel. If it adds up to 6x, and I already have 6x, and that's negative, then this has to be 2x to cancel. This one, I like to make a big line and move things where they belong. Negative first goes up high. X to the 3rd, y to the 4th, z to the 5th, y to the 2nd, z to the 3rd. 6, y to the 6th, z to the 8th, over x to the 3rd. There it is. They like their inequalities. If you multiply or divide, flip the sign. Number 79 is missed extremely often by people who work with me. Turn it around, x is less than or equal to 9/5. Again, 3x plus 6, 4x minus 12, x is less than 18. Done. This causes all sorts of problems. Remember that the signs have to be in the same direction. So here they aren't. So get rid of. Okay, at least these three are possible. We have a solid dot over -2, so it's got to have less than or equal. So get rid of. Open dot at 2. Good. It's D. X is less than, absolute value of x is less than 2. Plug in a value. Does 0 work? Is 0 less than 2? Yes. So it's definitely not G, definitely not H. Try 3. Is 3 less than 2? No. Try -3. Is -3 absolute value? 3 less than 2? We're right here. Distributing and factoring. A lot of people are poor at this. The ACT feasts on it. 9a squared plus 6ab plus 6ab plus 4b squared. 2a plus 3b minus 2a. Glitch there, apologize. Minus 2a plus 4b. Cancel. 7b. Foil this one out. 10 minus 2 root 3 plus 5 root 3 minus 3. 7 plus 3 root 3. Over here, I'm only going to foil the first one, distribute the first one. And I know that has to equal 6x squared. X squareds cancel, a has to equal 2. Notice you could also have done it with the last one. Negative 2 has to equal negative a equals 2. Either way. Now, if you are good enough to factor this out, good for you. If not, I just look to distribute. 5x squared, that works. Negative 15x plus 2x equals negative 13x. This is the one. Got lucky it's the first one, but people can't factor. That's a good way to do it. What's the greatest common factor between these two? Well, they both have x in them, and they both have 36 in them. And I know that because I pulled out my calculator and started checking. 6 times 36 and 5 times 36. So that goes in there times 6, and that goes in there times 5. Solution, lots of different ways to do this. I like to factor. Six. Same idea here, except move the 28x over. So what you can factor out, in this case it's 4x, leaving me 3x minus 7. 4x equals 0, x equals 0, that's one solution. 3x minus 7 equals 0, x equals 7/3. It's another solution. Done. This is a double factoring problem. You have to pull out an x on the bottom, then you have to keep going. When I divide the top by x plus 1, it doesn't vanish. 6 divided by 6 would be 1. X plus 1 divided by x plus 1 is 1. And I got to redistribute. X squared minus x. Plug in solutions 2. I don't need the 8. 2 squared plus b times 2 plus 16 equals 0. 4 plus 16 is 20. 2b equals negative 20. B equals negative 10. Which is following the sum of both solutions. Got to factor it. X minus 4, x plus 2. Check that works. It does. X equals 4, x equals negative 2. Sum, add them together, 2. Notice I had a factor over here of x minus 4, and the solution was x is positive 4. So same thing over here. If the solution is x equals 6, then the factor is x plus negative 6. Over here is x plus 4, because we're going to switch the signs from there and there. So add them together. Negative 6 plus 4, negative 2. That's it for now. Happy mathing.